time that Eric Rudder's, the last Viking king in Jorvik, was banished, Jorvik expanded dramatically, with new streets, new churches, and a brand new style of houses. It was a busy place, with people arriving from all over the Viking world to visit, trade, and settle. In this multicultural society, people have different appearances, languages, religions, and possessions. The remains of part of this thriving city were found right here, and by carefully piecing together all of the archaeological evidence and what we know from other sources, you can now visit the Viking Age. You have arrived by the River Foss. Ahead lies the city with countless houses and workshops, many of them newly rebuilt. Some, like this damaged one, are victim of an unintended half-bounds. As ships became more seaworthy, the Vikings created wider trading routes, sometimes using chains or midwinter to carry goods from one side of the Viking world to the other. Sills and the cowrie shell found here suggest trade with Central Asia, the Eastern Mediterranean and the Red Sea. It's possible that Arab traders, like this man, made their way to Jorvik to sell their goods. Slavers may have come to Jorvik from Dublin and elsewhere, bringing with them the spoils of their raids or battle victories. Slaves were an important part of society all over northern and western Europe at this time. It looks like this slave trader is trying to make his way up to Copenhagen. But before we get there, let's have a look at some of the many craftspeople working here in the city. Here's Sigurd. He's using animal bones and antler from deer to make some everyday objects such as combs, comb cases, skates, and bone keys. Making a comb from antler can be very time-consuming. The ones found here are made from many pieces riveted together and even decorated. We know that the Vikings like to keep themselves well groomed, as we found many combs in the excavations, as well as items such as tweezers and even ear scraps. We'll now head away from the river towards the street of Copenhagen and meet some more of the people that lived and worked here. You can see a simple, single-story building. These older houses were built from posts and rock and had earth floors and thatched roofs. Most of these houses went out of use in the middle of the 10th century when they were replaced by the oak-plank buildings that we'll talk about later. These early houses were built end-on to the streets and had long backyards with rubbish bits in them. It's not likely that they grew much food in their yards, but they probably kept animals there, such as those pigs you can see in the pen on the fence. From the many pig bones we found here, we know that Viking pigs were quite short and had a long snout like a wild boar. Pigs will eat almost anything, so it would have been a great way to turn household waste into meat. Here's the blacksmith's house. Look inside and you can see his wife by the fire. Grummy, the blacksmith, was teaching his son how to sharpen a knife he had just made. Back then, smiths were not their plan, and here in Jorvik, they made everything from needles to beautifully made hands. Now we'll go across to the next property and visit his neighbour, Uni, the woodturner, who lives in one of the new style wooden plank buildings. Uni is making cups and bowls by turning wood such as oak or ash on his poor land. You can see all the wooden coal waste on the ground his children may have used as screen tools. By the way, it's this tree that many think gave its name to Copenhagen, the Street of the Cupmakers. Another building is being built behind Uli's house. Here, the cellar is being dug out and lined with oak panels before the upper story is added. You can see a stack of turfs over there that are going to be used to roof this building. Looks like the building are having a rest day. This family also look like they're taking a break. The children are being taught to play Nefertari by their grandfather. He found a wooden gaming board and lots of playing pieces made from bone, wood and iron, so it must have been a popular pastime. Let's go back towards the river where big trading ships have been that have come up from the North Sea. Here, traders are unloading their boats alongside fishermen cleaning their boats. Goods and raw materials from across Britain, as well as rare and valuable items from further afield, were brought into Yorvik. Iron ore elements from Britain alongside amber, sharpness, and wool recycled from Scandinavia, and good wine from the Rhineland. Yorvik was truly bustling, a vast international trading centre. Here's some fishermen cleaning their catch and mending their nets. Fish from the rivers and the sea were brought into Yorvik, and we found thousands of fish bones that tell us exactly what the people are. Which included lots of fish, eels, and even oysters. So these men are probably doing a roaring trade. Have a look at the man lifting the fish. His face is being reconstructed, based on a skull that was found in Yorvik. Later on in the visit, you'll see more of the real faces of the This next plot is a backyard where the people living here seem to have been dyeing their own clothes. The people of Yorvik spun through, they dyed and wove their own wool to make textiles from which they made their own clothes. Natural dyes such as madder, brown, wool, and dyes blue were all used to create shades of red, yellow, blue, and green. Vibrantly coloured clothes had certainly brightened up the streets of Yorvik. On this plot of land, there was a goal that contained dark outlines, suggesting that a bad hand had been tipped into it. Limestone lined that ditch running up to this next building, forming a passageway to the back door. We were still discussing whether these buildings were one or two story, but they all had rooms or cells below ground level. As we travelled through this two-roomed house, you can imagine that the floor at the back is being built, and you can see the cellar below and bricks and stuff. Above this sunken room, the window openings are only small, so as you can see, it would have been quite dark inside these houses. In addition to the hearth, small pottery lamps and wax candles were used to create light so that the people who lived here could carry out their everyday tasks. In this front room, you can see a woman working at the loom, which was used to weave woolen cloth for clothing and blankets. We're now moving into Coppergated Centre, an important commercial street right in the heart of the city of Yorvik. As you can see from these stores, you can buy almost anything here. Coppergate is just one of the many streets in this city, which was home to more than 10,000 people. The streets of the city of Yorvik are covered in filth and mud, littered by car wheels and with potholes everywhere. This leather worker seems to be having a problem sewing his shoe pieces together and looks like he has Viking disease, a Dupuytren's contraction. You can see it's caused the fingers on his hand to become clawed. It's a genetic disorder that runs in families and seen particularly in middle-aged men. Tradition has it that it originated with the Vikings who spread it throughout Northern Europe and beyond as they travelled and intermarried. This couple here are arguing about what to have for supper, meat or fish. It would seem that life hasn't changed too much over the last 1,000 years. They're arguing no Norse. If you listen carefully, you can hear Old English, Middle Welsh, and all being spoken in this street. Here's a food seller trying to sell this wealthy-looking woman cabbage, she says. It doesn't look like the type of thing that would tempt her or her. This woman looks like she's struggling to cross the road. We only found 2 complete skeletons in the excavations, and this one is based on the window. You can see that she's walking with a crutch due to her hip problems and arthritis. You can find out more about her in the galleries to come. The first Vikings who came back were not Christians and worshipped their pagan Norse gods, but they seem to have adopted Christianity quite quickly. There is lots of evidence for there being a Viking-era church just behind Copenhagen, and there were many other new churches built in Jorvik at this time. Here's a priest administering last rites. He would always have worn a stole the CE, as it marked his priestly status. We found a very small, silk, pink-coloured reliquary pouch in one of the buildings. The embroidered cross on it suggests that it once held holy relics which have since disappeared and now a mystery. Each property is separated from the next by woven wattled fences. And we know from the 5 tons of animals found in the excavation that people's diet was quite similar to ours, with lots of beef, pork and mutton, as well as poultry and fish. Supplying this food may have been one of the reasons for the major changes in the countryside we see around Jorvik at this time. In this backyard, animals have been slaughtered to provide meat and other resources. Body parts of cattle used to be a fairly familiar sight and smell around Viking streets. As well as supplying meat, cat carcasses also provide corn and grain, both valuable resources for making everyday items. Stomach contents and cowbell were other byproducts of this slaughter. There must have been loads of flies breeding in rubbish pits and dumps across the city. The red dairy hens, being a regular visit, scavenging the city, particularly in the backyard. Toilets would also be situated in the backyard. Pits in this yard were clearly used for trees, as they were full of human waste, as well as moss, which is a type of Viking-age toilet paper. This man here doesn't look too happy to be disturbed, so perhaps we had better move on quickly. In the excavations at Copenhagen, we found a few Viking-age musical instruments, including a set of panpipes which can still be played. Music, saga-telling and poetry must have been important in the Viking world. Iceland and Scandinavia are culturally rich in storytelling, traditions that developed in Viking times. Norse mythology, which conjures up gods and monsters living in known realms, still captures the imagination today, and we can picture what it was like sitting around a hearth, enjoying tall tales of magic.